Chicago, needing a break from that. Trying to upload, I had to take a break. I'm running to the store. Trying to upload that sunset or sunrise and sunsets today, man. There's some crazy stuff I just captured. But now that my brain is in the sun, I wanted to clear it, but I'm pulled into here in this Target. I don't know if that's always been like that. It could be just me. I mean, I'm being weird now, I guess, but that sign, the Target itself, plus I need the exercise anyways, get my ass moving here. Anyways, look at the circle goes above the rooftop. See it? I can't zoom any closer than that. I don't want to drive all the way up there, but right now I gotta go in this other store. But the circle is above the actual roof. Can you see that? Let me see if I can lighten it up a little bit. Has it always been like that? They could be redoing it. So I'm just documenting it. Don't kick my ass. I'm not a Mandela expert. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it looks weird. That's all I'm saying. And the sun looked really weird today, and that's actually more important. Maybe it's not more important. And speaking of the sun, there he is peeking out. Hang on. There he is. Whoa, speaking of the little guy, there it is, the mini sun that's six-sided lately. I've caught it, Man's caught it, and when you see the video, I tried to live stream earlier. When you see what the sun is doing today, especially with the Birkeland current looking plasma, that's one issue. But when you see what the hell just happened today, you're gonna be wondering what level you living on before, you know what I mean? And then I got video yesterday, the sun. I tried to put this up. I think I'm being blocked. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but as soon as I got on the topic, the signal goes red. It's all choppy. It clips me out, and now I'm trying to upload it. And I tried uploading yesterday morning's live stream, still on the computer, and I'm trying to even end the encoding now, or whatever they call it when it renders or whatever. Anyways, it's rendering. It's taking forever. I ran to the store. The sun's trying to peek out here, and I think the Target sign is wrong, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's always been above the building. But a bullseye doesn't do that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. You wouldn't put a bullseye and have it sticking above your target. But it's marketing, I guess. I don't know. Let's take a look at the sun. There's something going on today on all the webcams. And yesterday, the FAA cams were down. All of them in Alaska. When I was looking at them, and there's several down today. There's several with 5-10 pictures missing out of them for today's time lapse. And when you see what I'm going to call the Bill Gates play button, that's my coined term. There's a play button that keeps showing up on my screen for about a week now, and I made mention of it before. I'm like, wow, it looks like the Google play button. That's what I thought. But now maybe it's because of the new Microsoft Block the Sun campaign, and I wouldn't doubt the psychopath has got the balls to put a camera or whatever lens he's using to make this artificial sunlight or mimic it. See, these guys, they want to redo what God already did. Bill Gates and these other psychopaths think that they are smarter than God. Well, they have eternity to figure out that they were wrong, but for the now, we got to deal with their shenanigans, you know what I mean? So there's a few of us that'll just document what they're doing. And that's it. And don't be afraid. Because you know what? If you're afraid, even if you are afraid, just take a deep breath and relax, because you can't change, like, whatever. You can't change the way things are going to write out, you know what I mean? You have your own destiny. You get to choose what paths you take. You take road A or road B. Those are the kind of choices you make. But as far as the earth and all that stuff, there's nothing you can do, or me, or, you know, that's like what I've said for 20-some years when I'm throwing my recyclables in the garbage. It was a scam. I knew it was a scam, but I didn't know why. You know what I mean? And it turns out they've been throwing it out and burning it ever since. So it was all bullshit. It was a scam to get the do-gooders to think they're doing something good. You could live like a pig, but then act like, oh, I clean up after myself, so the rest of the world that's starving, you know, we're throwing out half of our food we eat, you know. It was all just to soothe our own little BS attitudes, thinking that we're not destroying everything that we step on, or whatever the reason was. And then they found a way to make money off it. And once you find a way to make money off it, then you get the scams. And then the scam, you know, just like the fluoride. They put fluoride in your tap water because Rockefeller, I hope that's a bird, Rockefeller didn't want to pay to dispose of it, or whoever owned Alcoa at the time. It's an airplane? Wow. He made aluminum. And aluminum, there's chemicals, nasty chemicals that they leach out of it. So he had to pay to dispose of it. Look it up. I hate when people say that, by the way. Look it up. Look it up. But anyways, even if I look it up for you, you're either going to hear it or you don't, so it doesn't really matter. But point is, the guy's smart, and he figured out a way, hey, instead of paying to get rid of it, I'll just charge people to put it in their water. Because he found a dentist that said it was probably good for you. So, whatever. Keep drinking it. Anyways, when they make laws to force it, that's when you gotta really go, whoa. Or they make a law that says you can't talk about it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now we got something. That sign is above the ledge. I swear to God, that's not supposed to be like that. All right, back to the sun. And the sun is not gonna peek through no more. So I'll finish this up. I was hoping the sun was gonna come back out. That was the only bit I got to see this afternoon. Anyways, what's that saying? The bigger to lie, or it's easier to lie to people than to show them the truth, or something like that. I don't know. And I'm not one of these guys that are like a truther channel and tell the truth and hang me lying or something, whatever they always say. You know, I'd rather do that. All I'm doing is showing you shit. You figure out your own angles to it. That's all. If I see something that's weird, you may not think it's weird. If I see something that's not weird, you may think it's weird. But when I seen the sun today, like I just saw, and I've been watching this non-stop for 3 years now, that is something I've never seen before. I've seen the Birkeland Current thing before, a couple times. It's not a Birkeland Current, I know that. Okay? But it looks like one. When you look at the satellite view, and you see like Venus when it's super bright on that satellite, it will look like that. It has the like plasma coming in and out of it. Oh, there's some cell towers on there. Oh, I haven't even uploaded the cell towers yet. I did when I went to the city the other day. I still got so much to upload. Oh gosh, these things were literally like the one I saw 15 feet over my head was so intimidating, and to know that one day some kid could hack that while I'm walking underneath it and give me a suntan, let's say, or a heart attack. That's a known weapon and way they can use it. So since we'll finish with that, there's two of them right out there, and you all have a great day. When I get the sun video up, everybody has to look at it. If you know anybody like at WSO or at even Secure Team may want to see it. Show it to somebody, Jeff P, if anybody's got a connection to him. Send him the beginning, especially because I talk about Jeff P and I talk about Matt Man finding the same thing. He just duplicated his theory. So if you guys can get info to those guys, I forgot the video at the time. I don't know if I did a video on it, but I remember I tried getting a hold of Jeff P once, but he was getting a lot of trolls at the time, so he was just real defensive, and I don't blame him. And they were just ripping on him about this the sun simulator. And I had found a video. I think it was either an old commercial, or it was an old, not even old, but a commercial, or it was somebody just like it was an art, because I look at RV stuff. It might have been somebody like just the background of their RV video they were doing, and you could see the shadow that he found, and it was totally nothing to do with like space or any of that stuff. So the point is, I was trying to get him the link to go look at it. Hopefully he did, because I reached out to his moderator and said, look, I'm not trying to pull anything. I just, please take a look at this link. So hopefully he did, and once he links to that, Man's got one now, and then the ones he's already found, you're starting to see a pattern that can be duplicated. I think there's something there. There may be something to these. It's really crazy when you start thinking about it, because it really blows with your, or pulls on your cognitive strings. You know, and we're all at different levels of this awakening stuff. So I used to, like I said before, used to like, oh, you don't know that? I knew that years ago. You know, you can't do that with each other. We gotta be more patient with each other on these channels, especially us smaller ones that are starting to like link up. Let's keep that in mind. Remember where we come from, because eventually we're gonna get bigger, hopefully. Some of us will, some of us won't, but even at the ones that do, let's support them, and remember that we all got our own angles to things. I mean, we see things differently. Witnesses to a crime, every one of them are going to say a different thing. So even if we're staring at the same thing, we may all have different angles of what it is. That's okay. That's what communicating is supposed to be about. You're supposed to talk. You're supposed to be able to communicate, you know, have a good time. And then when it's done, you say, yeah, I see your point of view, or maybe I don't. But you know what? It's cool. It's a cool angle. You know, I'll keep it in mind. And then down the road, it may dawn on you, wait a second, this plus that guy may have been right, or that girl, whatever. So don't just shut people out because they don't have the same view or maybe angle or whatever you want to call it, because later you may hit the level that they're at, and then it goes, oh, now I see, and it clicks. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's be nice to each other. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to be you know, too nice where you're opening doors for people or nothing. You know, I'm not trying to say be crazy like the old days, but let's not be so rude. This is Wags Chicago, not for my little wake up with Wags, I guess I'll call this. Wake up with Wags on the 28th of March. Have a great day. I gotta go shopping.